Hello everybody and welcome to Wine Library TV. I am your host, Gary Vaynerchuk. How adorable is Madison M? Madison, thank you so much for the intro. Everybody, that's how you do it. Keep sending in those videos. I've got another 2 or 3 emails saying summer on the way. Please join in. This is a lot of fun. We were going to do best wines you've never heard of, but then I got a very funny email. Not a funny, a very good email from Dan Shager out in California. And he titled it School Night Wines. And you know what? It really rung. I'm going to steal it, Dan, so get used to it. I'm going to steal that terminology, and I'm going to make it famous. School Night Wines was a really great term that he used basically for wines that he would drink during the week. And so it really inspired me to try 4 school night wines. We've got a nice mix here, a couple big sellers at WL, so that's kind of random numbers, and that's how I picked the wines. We'll see how the palates are of the mass consumer out there. And more importantly, I think a lot of people have been screaming for a values episode, so here it is. Other than that, what do I want to talk about? The Jets. Huge game. Everybody knows the Jets are a big part of this show, big part of my life. This week's game is everything. If we lose, I really don't need any emails from any Wine Library TV viewers because in essence our miracle playoff season run would be over. It would be a big loss to the dirty fish, and hopefully they will win, and hopefully you'll be rooting for them. As a matter of fact, you know what? This is such a big game. If the Jets win, free shipping code on Monday. I'll yell it out, and you can order everything you want for free shipping. See? Now you're a Jets fan. So, let's move on. Chris, 2005 Pinot Grigio, which is a very, very famous wine. This has been a long-selling wine for us for many, many, many years. It's the palm wine. You know, a lot of people know it. It's very available. $9 American. So, let's taste it. Actually, a heck of a lot more color than I expected, especially from a Pinot Grigio. It's got a real golden kind of bright yellow tint to it. You know, cat piss is a term we use in wine, but mainly on nose, not color. So, very spritzy on the nose, very spring, you know, on the nose. You know, it's just like a lively nose. Almost like a hint of, I get a hint of lemon meets soap on the nose. So it's got a little bit of a soapy nose and a little bit of a lemon peel. This is our number 2 selling Pinot Grigio behind Santa Margarita, and I'm not quite sure why. This is really off-balanced, a little bit of awkwardness in the flavor profile. It's not showing much at all. It's crisp, it's clean, it's a wine, 82 points. That sucked. Alright, Pieve del Vescovo, Piovano. 2003, 85% Sangiovese, a little bit of Gamay, a little bit of Canolo, so it's mainly a Sangiovese. This is $10. I've had a lot of success with this wine in the past, and we'll see what it's showing now. Dark nose, cherry, very earthy on the nose too, definitely a little hint of cow manure. And a little bit of like Parmesan Reggiano nose, so a little bit of animal, a little bit of cheese, a little bit of fruit. So it's a nice classic Italian nose, you know, just what you expect from Italy. Really nice firm acidity on the mid palate, which I really like. It gets a really dark hint of mocha on the finish, which is really attractive. Very lively fruit as well. It's got some acidity, and it's drinking a little bit rough. I wouldn't say it's completely silky smooth, but I really like it. I mean, and the roughness doesn't really bother me. I'm just worried if the acidity might just be a little high, and everyday drinkers might find it a little bit more complicated. But I'm a big fan of this, actually. This is a nice little wine, and you know what? It's far superior to a lot of Chiantis that you can drink every day. And so for that reason, I'm going to score this wine 88 plus or so. Nice wine for $10, very serviceable. And you know what? Would be a tremendous, tremendous pizza wine. Let me just taste it again. Just want to see if that... I mean, this is classic Italian. This is true to the Umbrian region. It's true to its place, which is great because a lot of wines are becoming the international flavor. And I'm very into this wine. The Gamay gives a little liveliness. It's got about 5% Gamay. And this is a nice little wine. Good job. Mano-A-Mano, 2004, Tempranillo from Lamancha. Great little region in Spain. Great color. $8. 88 points. Robert Parker. $8, 88 points. Robert Parker. Lots of eights. All right. Great, great, great color. You know, purple, dark black, you know, New World explosive color. Very oaky nose. Very oaky, and really, wow. Oak is really powerful in this nose. This is Tempranillo. This is an oak bomb. I find this to be overrated by Parker for sure. It's a very simple, one-dimensional bottle of wine. It's definitely got some oak. I guess it's got some black cherry, but I can barely taste it. Not a lot of flavors. This is almost that thing that everybody talks about. This just tastes like wine. It's just not showing much of anything. I mean, it's smooth, but this is that whole fake wine thing I'm worried about. I'm not enduring this. It's very average. Let's go 84 points. Just not loving it. All right, let's move on. Rocky Creek 2004 Zinfandel from California. Americana. Now I'm going to give this a rinse. By the way, quick little tidbit. The Baltimore Ravens and the Chicago Bears are overrated. Get over yourselves, guys. The Ravens for sure. Bears I've got to give some credit to. They're looking pretty serious this year, but I just have a funny feeling they're not going to win the Super Bowl. Anyway, God, if they do, this clip is going to kill me. Anyway, the Rocky Creek Zin, 2004, really dark color. This is $9, unrated. We had the Rosenblum the other day. Ravenswood in the past. It'll be fun to see how this stacks up. So far, we've not been fans of that $8 to $10 Zinfandel from California. Good start. Good nose. Black pepper, really obvious on the nose. Dark licorice flavors as well. A little purple fruit, almost like purple Big League Chew. Bubblicious, you know, that really like fake purple grape flavor. That's kind of coming through, but it's very lively and zesty. Mixed in with this black pepper, it's a really nice combo. This dismantles the Rosenblum. I wish we did them together. Wow. This is really good wine. This is very smooth, very rich, coats your palate, very complex. Upfront fruit. This is nothing to put away in your cellar for 100 years and see what happens. This is pop and drink, school night, really delicious little wine. Wow, I'm really impressed with this wine. Wow. Polished, silky, well made. Kudos. 89 plus 90 points easy on this wine. I'm really a fan. And you know what? It's a great football wine for me. You know, just having friends over, it's a good little wine. Hopefully I don't have to drink too much of the wine this Sunday. All right, questions. Tony says, what's the difference between structure and complexity? Great question. And obviously, everybody has their own definitions. Obviously, some people use Cornish hen, and some people use Big League Chew, and Skittles, and Cassis, and everybody's got their own terminology, and I know these are common words. Let me tell you what I mean by that. Structure and complexity. Structure to me is really the backbone, the tannins, the way the wine is made, is it, the oak that's involved, the processes from the terroir, the real structure, almost like a building. The foundation, the concrete foundation, the walls and everything. The complexity is the interior designer. It's the fruit, it's the flavor, it's all the things that make up the wine and interesting. So it's really, think of it as a home. It's really, the structure is, the empty house, and the complexity is the interior designer. So when I talk about structure, I usually talk about tannins, terroir, the finish, the core aspects. Complexity is more about the fruit and the flavors that I get. Lev M says, I've heard from someone that eating cheese will coat your tongue with fats, blocking your taste buds from really getting at the wine. Any thoughts on this? Lev, absolutely. I mean, there's definitely some merit behind this statement. Cheese is one of the foods that fundamentally changes the flavor profile of wine more than anything else. Check out our cheese and wine pairing show. You'll see. It was a really, really fun experience. Most foods really change the aspect. I mean, cheese obviously has some fat, and it does coat your palate, but all flavors. I mean, go outside and eat a rock. You'll see. The wine's going to taste different. I mean, really, there's a lot of things out there. Ice cream, sweets, sours. There's a lot of things that can change and coat your palate to change the wine. So wine is a food pairing mechanism for many people. A lot of people are food first, wine second. I'm a wine first, food second kind of guy, or at least 50-50. So that doesn't bother me as much. But if you're really about the wine and really want to know what just the wine tastes like, really the way to go about it is on a clean palate. Sean F. says, hello, Mr. Vainchuck, Vainchuck. My friend is a canophile, i.e. dog crazy. She shares all with her furry friend, including Box's gift. Some might think she's crazy, but I think she's cool. Riddle me this, Mr. Slick. What would be the perfect pairing with Chuck Wagon? Your very humble and dedicated friend, Sean Rutgers Rocks F. Sean, great question. I've really pondered this question a few times myself. What am I going to have with this beautiful Chuck Wagon can of delicious food? And I would say really the ultimate pairing for that is the wonderful, wonderful grape Tanat. That's right, throwing you a curveball. It's a little outside the box. Southwest France, the Mataron. You see some in Uruguay. Tanat. It's a really fun little grape. It's big, it's massive, it's dark. It's almost undrinkable by itself at some level, so many people believe. But I don't think so. And with Chuck Wagon, it is absolutely phenomenal. Whew, the weekend. Tell me you're not pumped about the weekend. I am. Jets football, question of the day as you go into this weekend. I hope you have a lot of great times with your family. That's what's most important. Drink some good wine. What are you reading? I want to know. Eric Kastner inspired me on that question today. This is Gary Vaynerchuk. Jets 23, Dirty Dolphins 17.